Good morning, Anytime Fitness family. I'm Aaron, your member experience manager. Today I'm with the lovely Jodi. How are you doing today?
I am fabulous.
Fabulous. If you have not
Always.
met Jodi, she's always fabulous. In passing, please introduce yourself if you're new or if you've never introduced yourself. I'm sure Jodi at some point has said hello.
Oh yeah.
So first thing I want to do is kind of plug your current business, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Jodi
Go.
runs her own service. You want to tell a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, my name is Jodi Bauer, and a year ago I started a deep clean housekeeping, carpet shampooing, window washing business all by myself. And now in my second year, and things are getting better. I'm now going to be starting commercial cleaning as well. So I start my first business today.
Okay.
Very physical work. I do all the work by myself. I'm up and down ladders. I'm, cleaning people's light fixtures, your ceiling fans, your bathroom fans, everything. So I'm always lugging equipment in, and
Yep.
I keep very active. And I'm 52 years old, and I'm doing this all by myself.
I didn't even have to ask this question. I was kind of worried about asking you that question.
It's a number.
I 100% agree. Most people, I never knew that was your age when you first came here. I thought you were 20 years
Well, it's
younger.
just been my age since May, so.
But anyways, you guys got to check out Beauty Clean Home. If you want any more information, please reach out to Jodi. But the primary reason why I want to interview Jodi today on this rainy day is because she's always in high spirit. She's very active outside of just the gym in general with your current job.
Yes.
Cleaning, I mean, that's a lot of wear and tear in the body,
Yeah.
but you still find time to get to the gym.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, because a lot of people struggle to just stay active in general. So tell me a little bit about your fitness journey and how you got here.
Okay. Well, I used to work out extensively when I was in my 20s, and then I ruptured the first disc in my back, which was L4, L5, and had back surgery in 1996. And ever since then, and then about 2 weeks after my surgery, I ruptured the disc in my neck. So that's C5, C6, which is right about in the middle of my neck. I also have an entire spine full of arthritis
Okay.
and degenerative disc disease, and amongst other things going on in there. I've got a couple of fractures also in my spine that have shown up, strangely enough, in different areas. So basically, the reason for fitness for me, the number one reason for me, is not only putting muscle on, but if I stop working out, I sneeze, I lean forward to pick something up, anything, I'm gonna pull my back out for about a week.
Yeah.
And so you have to keep the muscle around your spine, around your core, as tight as you can. You have to build as much muscle as you can. And not only do we want to keep fat off the body, especially as we age, but if I stop, then I'm going to go back to being just, a big thing of Jell-O and pulling my back out all the time. So
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Absolutely. So the quality of life is very important to you, obviously,
Yes.
and then for your livelihood too.
Yes.
Because if you're not working, it's very difficult to make ends meet, right?
Right.
So building strength around the spine is
Yep.
critical.
That's number one for me. And muscle. I really want to see how much muscle I can put on as I get older. And I want to be like a really muscle-bound grandma someday.
I'm familiar with some of your mentors or your idols. Could you please share with everybody? I don't know her name off the top of my head. The woman that you aspire to be,
Oh, well, there's
or the mentor that you have.
there's a woman named Ernestine Shepherd. She started weightlifting when she was 75.
75 years young. Wow.
Yes, her and her sister, and she is now, I believe she's 84, and she is a personal trainer. And this woman does not look 80 in her 80s at all.
From the photo you showed me, no.
I would put her in her early 60s almost, maybe middle 60s and that. But she's just beautiful, and that's kind of what I want to do. I want to keep defying age, and as long as I'm here, just really look good and take care of myself. So
I haven't caught up with you in a while about your new ventures or your new goals. Are you still planning on maybe potentially doing the Fox City Showdown?
that's a possible dream for the future there.
Okay.
I'm not too sure, you know, that I have some areas on my body that would have to be maybe surgically kind of altered, like I have some extra tissue underneath, you know, one of my arms here that, you know, kind of sticks out as, you know, lumps and everything. And
Yep.
I don't know, you know, how they would, if I'd be able to compete with some of that, because I think you have,
I know they do a
can't
lot
really
of
have a
scoring
lot
in
of
different
that.
ways,
Yeah.
but I think at the end of the day, I think whatever makes you happy, I think you should shoot for it. I think when you first presented it to me, I think it's a great idea for you, but that's up to you what you want to do.
right, it's still a goal. You know, I haven't written it off and everything, and now just trying to get my business going, keeping myself from injury and keeping working out. I do a very thorough deep house cleaning, and I move all the furniture myself and everything. So you know, you want to prevent injury and just stay in shape and everything. So I'm not ruling it out. You know, that is a future plan. But I figure if Ernestine can wait till she's 75, and before she starts, you know, competing and weightlifting and everything, I got some time yet here. I'm only 52. So.
You got plenty of time. So tell us a little bit about like your programs, because you spend quite a bit of time here.
I used to be here 7 days a week, and now since I started my business, it's about 3 days a week. You know, and as we get into winter time here, I'm hoping for more time and stuff. But I have noticed that when you take a couple of days off, like when I was coming in 7 days a week, I kept plateauing.
Yep.
Plateauing like crazy, and I'd be doing I keep looking up different workouts, different videos. I follow an IFBB champion named Ava Cowan. She's my height. She's probably about, you know, 5'3", 5'4", and I think she's in her middle 40s, and her fitness routines are just wonderful to look up on YouTube. You know, she works all three parts of the muscle. She'll work the inside, the middle, and the outside of every muscle, and she shows you how to do that. So I follow a lot of her programs. You know, so there's a lot of different things that you can look up. The Anytime Fitness app is also fabulous. I find a lot on there when I'm here, when I'm looking for new ideas. But I love the people here. You know, I keep coming back. A lot of people have gone to other areas and, you know, or moved on or something like that. You know, a lot of our regulars are not here anymore and that. But I love the people here. I love the programs, and I don't know.
Well, we appreciate that.
You'll never see me walk in the door without a smile on my face.
I think that's the one thing I admire about you most is no matter what's happening outside of here, you still always smile.
Yeah.
And you're very genuine about that, and you'll take the time to listen to anybody, which a lot of people nowadays don't do that. So
right, and I've had a lot of people here that I've met because I've watched some of the way that they're doing things. Mostly women. One of the biggest things that I see women doing wrong is the kickback, and that's how I've gotten to know some of my very good friends here. Is I've walked over them and said, "What are you actually trying to do there?"
Yep.
Because their arms are flailing out and they're going very fast, or they're not really doing anything. So I've come over and helped them, you know, learn how to do kickbacks effectively, and just
tailoring off that a little bit. So like technique and form. When you first started off, how were you when you first started? Every year, are you still perfecting little things with your technique and form?
Well, for me, I have to do what's called a pelvic tilt. When you have back surgery, they have you do pelvic tilts.
Yep. So moving the hip.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just about everything I do, if I'm pulling a very heavy weight, before I even start, I do a pelvic tilt to make sure that my back is stabilized, my spine is stabilized, and then I'll just, you know, I keep my arms in tight and then pull as much weight as I can pull.
So you have more isometric, because with you're bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different style, and it also helps with your back too.
Yeah, you have to protect your back first and foremost. Otherwise, you're going to cause more injury. I see a lot of people come in here, even guys, and I'm always amazed that they come in and can be a real scrawny little type of guy, and he comes in and he's trying to pick up the biggest weight, and then you just see him, and their arms are all over, their back is all over, and all I can, you know, I'm looking at him going, you are going to hurt yourself so badly. And it's like, start with a small weight, but they think that they have to impress people in here, and you know,
a lot of times that's what it is.
And then you don't see them anymore. It's like, why aren't you here? Well, because I hurt myself that
Yeah.
first day. So
Going along with that trend of things, obviously injury can set you far back from where you started. And then you mentioned, so going on to, you used to do 7 days, and now with your business picking up, now you're doing 3 days a week. And you were talking a little bit about like recovery time. Has that helped you a lot?
yes, I've actually put more definition and form on. You know, more. I've got more curves now and stuff from taking a couple days off to just recover.
You know, I'm a huge advocate for recovery purposes, because if you're training at such a high level and you're training like you are, that recovery time is critical for building muscle and help building you up for the next time you come out.
Exactly.
Because when you do work out, you build lactic acid, right? So that's something that you need to recovery time for, so that, because when you basically work out, you're tearing apart the muscles, essentially.
Yes.
I know that's not a good picture, but you are. So that can build back for the next day. So I think having like a really good program is an important piece of the puzzle, because a lot of people want to do 7 days a week, which if you can maintain it, that's great. But a lot of people with like family, work, all that, is
Right.
very difficult to do that.
And that's called addiction to the gym. You know, I used to have a lot of conversations with these. I worked at a couple other gyms before, worked out at a couple other ones, and we all said the same thing. It's like, do you ever get that guilty feeling that here it's, you know, one day and you're not at the gym, and it just keeps weighing on you. You're like, why am I not at the gym and stuff? So you get that guilt of not being there. But you know, as you get busier with other things, and you're like, well, I'm either too tired today and I'm going to hurt myself, so I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go work out when I'm this tired. You know, so I'll plan on the next day to what am I going to work on when I come in. And I don't do anymore, like some people, for a while there I was doing today's leg day only, today is bis and tris only. I don't do a lot of that anymore. I do, I have some days where I come in and I'll start working, you know, my lats or my shoulders, you know, shoulders down, and then I work into the bis and tris, and then I work the forearms, then go into the gut, and then maybe work, you know, part of the legs or my calves.
So you kind of get
and then other days I start from the calves and work my way up.
Okay.
So I kind of do a lot of that lately and stuff, and I like that.
Do you find having variety in your workout helps continue to like keep building?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I've seen you do a lot of different things. It's not just a set program. It kind of rotates a little bit. Do you find that helps you?
Yes, it does.
Because you mentioned plateauing before. And
Yes,
if
you're doing the same thing. You're using the same equipment. You start to do the same workouts after a while a lot,
Yep.
and then you're going, well, now I got to start looking up some new videos. I have to start looking up some new, you know, look on the app, find something different that
Yep.
you haven't done for a while. And there's so many things that you can branch off and do. And
100%.
so,
I think having variety to anything is critical. Same with like dieting, like having
Exactly.
variety within your diet instead of always having the same things over and over. Because a lot of times it leads to boredom, and that's what I see a lot of when they do. Like everybody knows how to use a treadmill or elliptical, but after a while that gets kind of monotonous. We
Yeah.
need to change things up, do some strength building. So you kind of need a combination.
Right, and some people don't like cardio. I'm not a big fan of cardio. That's why
Me
you don't
either.
see me in a lot of the training classes here, just because, you know, I'm just not a big fan of cardio. I do incorporate as much as I want to do into my workout, but I'm mostly here to put on muscle
Absolutely.
and keep my spine together. You know, if you think about a picture frame on the wall, if the frame breaks, you know, the glass, everything falls out. That's
That's a
kind of
great
how I look
analogy.
at my spine. It's like if I stop working the muscle around my spine, I'm just going to be,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
Jello.
a really good analogy. I'm going to start using that. Tell us a little bit about, you're a very disciplined individual with your routine and
yeah.
continually coming here. Talk about a little bit about your discipline, because not every day is rainbows and sunshine. Like there are days that you worked really
It
hard.
always is in my world. Come on.
So tell a little bit about like how have you maintained and stay so disciplined to yourself?
Well, I love it. You know, I know a couple of friends that say, I hate going to the gym. I hate exercise. I can't. I'm bored within in 20 minutes. You have to really love to work out and be here. So that's number one for me. That's why I come back all the time, because I love it. I love working out. I love seeing the results. We have so many people. I've met so many people over the last 3 or 4 years where they've started for a month
Nope.
and then they're gone.
January, here we come.
We always call them the January people, and that because by February 1st they're all gone, and it's
That's my biggest challenge as a fitness professional is how can I continually keep making them make steps forward. Because
Yeah.
the biggest step is the first one.
Everybody wants instant gratification. It does
That's
not
true.
happen overnight. I've talked to other people too where they came in, they did a workout maybe with a trainer, or they did they were here for a couple hours, for
Yep.
example, and then they go home and they went through a drive-through and had like a triple cheeseburger and
Yep.
whatever else, because they figured, well, I just burned off some fat, so now I'm gonna go put it back on. And it's like,
Yep.
you really have to eat well, you have to eat lean, and just it's a whole process, but don't ever quit. So many of us here have gone through medical things that have happened to us, and then so now we're starting over again, or we got so busy that we haven't been in here for 2 weeks and now we're starting over again.
Yep.
But we keep coming back. There's a whole group of us in here that are regulars,
Yep.
that have been here for the last 3 years since I've been here, and we just keep coming back because we love it. We know that we have roadblocks in the way, but if you quit completely, then like I said, I'm not going to be able to move around very easily.
Yeah.
My back is going to go
Yep.
pretty quick. So
Well, every 10 years your body does change. I do know that women are more at risk for osteoporosis the
Yep.
older they get. So
and I have 2 fractures already in there. So
not only building muscles is important, but
Calcium.
building bone density is
Yep.
important as well. So I mean, everybody's got their why of why they're training. Your why is to look great and maybe potentially do a bodybuilding show. Some
Exactly.
people out there just want to lose a little bit of extra weight.
at 75, I'm waiting till I'm 75 to enter.
We're going to be doing an interview when you're 75. That would be awesome. Well, I appreciate your time. I also do want to find everybody go check out, if you can read that, Beauty Clean Home. Everybody introduce yourself to Jodi if you're not familiar. I know that you will for sure.
Well, and another thing is, not only am I the most thorough house cleaner you'll ever have,
She's the best.
but I'm the most fun you'll ever have.
She
too,
is the
so.
most fun, but I will definitely speak to your work ethic here. I know outside of here it's probably even more.
Oh, I have a lot of fun with people, so
But,
this was great.
well, I appreciate your time, and
Thank
you
you.
have a great rest of your workout, and have a great rest of your day.
Great. Thank you, Aaron.